whole time. Get me a room temp one. Room temp water. Interesting fact, by the way. Room temp water is actually better for you, commentary wise. Are they good to start? That's a good question. Yes, they are. They're good to go. But yeah, room temp water is actually better because it's the cold water is actually worse for your vocal cords. So you kind of want to avoid that if you can. I will take the cold one, yes. I was trying to yell to get me a room temp one, but you were already walking, so I was like, all right, whatever. But now we got Sage versus Piggy. This is literally in a matchup we have never seen on here, and also for the first time, a matchup I individually have never seen.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes. I think both of them are pretty equal. I don't know. I think Piggy is...
I think he's absurdly good.
Absurdly good.
We've heard about him for quite some time from Ling. The hype was built up, and it has panned out. I mean, just getting a dub against you is already ridiculous enough to say, but he's come so close against beating other people. Like, he came close to beating Sice last week. He beat him this week. He had a ridiculous Game 3 set against Streamline and almost beat him, who Streamline's been on a tear of late. This is his first time not making 4th in 2 weeks, so... and because of reasons like this, the combo string.
Yeah, I mean the combos.
That's gonna be a stock. Oh, he just missed the dare.
The combos that come out of this Tom and Jerry when they're playing in advantage state are absolutely crazy. You need to make sure that you are consistently finding a way to get rid of Jerry when you can.
Yeah, like it's at the point where you might have to burn like a potential like double dare onto Jerry or maybe even a dunk just to get rid of him for the sake of not having to fight Jerry for a little bit. That way you don't have to worry about this because look at how he's kind of space controlling Sage's approach. Well.
That's it. That combo is super true. Very good option for LeBron to have a very, good way of getting that dunk off. And yeah, the down attack into the down air.
Yeah, that's the second time I've seen the foul be used on the startup of somebody's spawn. I thought it was just unintentional last time he did it, but now he's just doing it. That's pretty interesting that he keeps doing that.
I wonder what it might lead into for him to be going for that rather than... I mean, you could see him, like, charging it up fully. I wonder if, like... that's like something you just do in the matchup, or if he's experiencing, like
also,
experimenting.
That was funny. For the first time ever in the history of Tom and Jerry, Tom tried to save Jerry, but also normal history, he just let him fall.
Yeah. Down air, not enough.
LeBron's weight helping out. Of course, Sage regularly runs Taz Trig. I think he might be running Tune Elasticity in this matchup because a majority of the KOs do come off that down air.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a solid option when you're fighting against somebody whose main kill option is down air, or something that at least bounces into the stage, as it is going to reduce some of that knockback for you. Yeah,
20% base knockback reduction is really good. It does mess up some combos too, but considering the way that these combos have been connecting, maybe not. That defense will save him on the tennis ball. Sitting at 165, you are going to die sooner than LeBron, and even if you do finally get this one gone, you're kind of relying on a 0 to death to get yourself back in the game.
Yeah, at this point, you're in a really rough spot. I mean, this is kind of very similar to how it was with the game 1 in our set 2, and then just Piggy turned up in game number 2. So I wonder if that will be a factor in this. That said, I mean, he's not out of it. Like, Tom does have excellent KO potential. I just think that LeBron is very heavy, and it took 190% to get the knockout.
Now, luckily, one thing I've seen out of Piggy is that he's fully capable of 0 to deaths. He did it to Sice very well on Cromulons and stuff before too. That shoulder charge will find its mark, but can he replicate that here against LeBron? That's the hard part because there's almost always something in the way.
That's true, yeah. There's always something that's kind of stopping Tom and Jerry from, continuing combos. That defense from LeBron, or Sage, is so on point.
Good.
Yeah.
He's so fast with it, too.
Okay, that fully charged kills.
Okay, that just beats it outright. That's good to know.
I don't even know. I've never seen that move used. I've never seen anything that charges from LeBron, so that's the first time I've seen that move actually come out.
That's something that we used to think at the start was like a really good movement option for him because he had armor on it, but it was like it didn't really lead to too much. That being said, something I have to point out, as Steve actually was just talking about there in chat, Piggy always loses game 1. Like, it's almost always a loss in game 1, and then he just goes off game 2 and usually wins the set. So, like, don't count him out, as he's got him at 41 right now, and he's actually getting to the point where he might get the stock off and make it a very close game at stock 3.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this could be close to getting a stock here. I think a down air into a Jerry Rocket can definitely take a stock here. but getting rid of Jerry is a good way to start it. I mean, that's a lot of your KO potential right there.
True enough. Yeah, and up attack, up air is kind of what Sage knows Piggy wants, so he's going to try and play around that as much as possible. And Piggy kind of walking himself over to the side so he could get access to Jerry. Luckily, that Dynamite was right where he needed to at least get him out of that.
That ping pong ball is actually a very solid option for getting, rid of LeBron when he's in his dunk animation, since it is a multi-hit anti-air.
Yep. Like how Gopo saw that Sirio was being very calm in the chat. He said, no, you got to bring it back up.
Oh, boy.
This is Sage's #1 supporter, hands down, not even close. But there it is, that defense again, and that's game 1 going to Sage with the dunk. What happens when Piggy starts winning game 1s? Like, that's what I'm afraid of, because
he starts losing the set.
maybe.
Oh, God.
The power comes from, like, he's very similar to Bans in that aspect. Bans is what you see out of game 1 is not what you're going to see for the rest of the set. Game 1 is the download, and then he becomes a completely different player. Piggy's been very similar in that aspect, where he just, even with the game 1 loss, he always figures it out and gets the second game. Mostly because people keep leaving Sky Arena no plats open, and I'd be curious to see if he does leave that open.
Yeah, the jab dunk coming out for Sage there at the end there was just a solid way to get that stock. But going into game number 2 here,
and
back on Cromulons.
So this is the other favorite stage of counter picking for Piggy. This is how he was able to almost beat Sice. Last time they fought.
This is how he beat me.
This is how he beat you. This is how he beat Daquan
Even though
as well.
I brought him here.
Yeah, that's the trip up, is you may not assume that he's really good here until you see stuff like that. He has so many good volley and combo setups that are true off the speaker that he doesn't normally get. And the KO power is actually pretty good here, even with the high blast on of Cromulons. But once they're gone, the spikes are so good here. So I know Sage wants to go here because of the speakers, but once those speakers are down, it's Piggy's favor.
Yeah, it's definitely in Piggy's favor once the speakers are down, and sometimes when the speakers are up too, because of the way that tennis balls interact. I just feel like it's a small stage and it gives Piggy enough time to like get in and get combos and rack up a lot of damage at that.
I got that rocket like last second turn, by the way, back in towards Jerry. Did you see that on the platform? That actually messed up Sage's approach. But Sage, yeah, there you go. Yes, don't let Jerry just exist. Put him on that cooldown timer.
Yeah, you want to make sure that you're taking out Jerry as much as you can. Sometimes it's difficult, as Tom and Jerry has a pretty good hitboxes to kind of defend and move forward. Sair is one of like the good options at that. So,
Winners Finals is after this set. Yes, Winners Finals is up next. That down attack at ledge, that move is a game stealer. Down attack. Oh.
The ball actually ate up Jerry, which I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing.
Jerry, that ball got smacked right in Jerry's face, and then he committed to going after him. But that up air will finally find his mark, and Piggy strikes first.
Yeah, getting the first stock here is very important when you're playing a ranged character, as when you rack up a huge percent lead in any matchup, really, it makes it very difficult to come back.
Yeah, anything that allows you to control the pace of the game as a zoner is so important. But very similar in aspect to you, Piggy's actually pretty content to be a boxer as well. He has good mix-ups when he decides to go in or fade back.
There are no real zoners in this game outside of Elma, in my opinion. I think that all the other ones literally just box and then have projectiles for mid-range.
What do you mean? I thought Morty's only zone now.
What are you talking about?
I thought Morty's are only zoners now.
They're about to be the best combo character in the game in a bit.
They don't have they have giant fists and Sairs. I thought they only combo.
Nah, they're literally about to have the best combo game in the game. You watch.
I'm specifically looking for the comment from Ben. Where is he? He's in there somewhere. I haven't messed with him in at least 2 sets. But so far, right now we have a even game. Slight damage advantage, ever so slight. That has now disappeared. But now that the speaker's gone, we said it before. This is stage advantage now for Tom.
The hitbox on Rocket when it hits Jerry is absolutely ridiculous. It just hit him and he was a foot away from it. Very, very good hitbox on that move.
Yeah, and it's still incredibly close game here. Dunk will find its mark, though. That move being so solid. Oh, I'm going to sneeze one.
That move has the ability to just get you right back into the game. LeBron being so heavy, having a move that KOs fairly early on most characters is something that I think will forever keep LeBron as a very solid character.
Yeah, I think that
That one shot's Jerry too.
Yeah, he's found a lot of ways to deal with Jerry, which is, again, that's the most important thing. But now damage is building, 60, 70. Now onto Piggy. He can't afford to make too many other mistakes. Remember, this is only best of 3.
I think the biggest thing about like Tom and Jerry's kit is that dynamite and letting it free fall will stop the projectiles from LeBron or Rain Dog or a bunch of different characters.
In general,
it
too.
does. It does. It's a very solid option.
It makes you pause. And it allows a free reset of neutral for Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry might not get a chance as the up air finds its mark. Almost everyone, the first time they fight Sage, will lose. That is just a fact of life around here. When you fight against Sage's LeBron, as he takes multiple sips right there, man, thirsty. It is very difficult to beat him. But I've been kind of putting Piggy in a similar category since none of us have. We just haven't had a Tom and Jerry until now. But definitely Sage winning out.
Yeah, definitely some. Wow, the huge favor